Well, Medina County, Texas GMRS is about to do another review, this time on the RT-86 from Retevis. There are a bunch of reviews out there. This will be a short one. This is a very simple radio, a very good radio, a very affordable radio, and I think you're going to like it. Hang tight, we'll get started. Nice seeing y'all again. All right, well, here is the Retevis RT-86. I've already taken out of the box. The only thing I've left in there is the wrist strap. So you're seeing everything it comes with, plus the useless wrist strap. But I'm having to do this review from my hotel room, and I forgot to bring my tripod, so I'm sorry if this one's a little shaky. You got to improvise, right? So this is a radio that was given to me by a buddy of mine named Mark. He owns Radio Tac. Please look him up. He sells a lot of Retevis products down here at gun shows, trade shows in South Central Texas, and he is also a BTEC rep. So thank you, Mark, for getting these over to me and letting me test them out. I only brought one with me. Only one is needed. When I turn it on, you'll notice, some of y'all have probably already seen this online, but this one has the hidden screen behind this smoked piece of plastic. So it does go off, but it looks just like a regular piece of plastic. You can kind of see the display underneath there if you turn it right, but it's not very obvious at all. And when you turn it on, that's your display. So this is the UHF only model. It does hit GMRS frequencies. Nothing crazy about this radio other than one thing I'm going to show y'all here in a minute. The only knob that's on the top is your on-off volume knob, and then everything else gets displayed down here on the bottom of the radio. All of the programming has to be done through Chirp. It's 16 channels, very easy to program, very basic radio. Let's see, K-type. Oh, you can't pop it out. This one does have the screw set in it, so you got to back the screw out. It's a regular K-type connector for your programming cable, for your mic clip. Comes with this funky antenna, right? I don't think I've seen any. Retevis may have one other radio with this antenna, but it's kind of thick, not very long, and you know, I always wonder when I see a new type of antenna on a radio, you know, well, how well is it going to work? Well, you're going to be able to see during the range test that it works rather well. All right, it is removable. Come on, let's see if I can do this one-handed. I've never not had my my tripod with me. So this is the radio is the male side, and so any female will work. Antenna says it is tuned for 400 to 480. I don't know if you can see that in there or not. I doubt. Maybe right there. Now the problem you're going to have if you try to stick another antenna on there, there is not much space right there between this lip. See if you can see that. Yeah, you can see the lip there. That lip and your screw hole. So you might have a problem finding one if it has a larger base that seats in there. But I will tell you straight up, this antenna works very, very well, and I will not be changing it. I'm trying to get this back on here one-handed. Bear with me. The other thing it has on the top is a flashlight. All right. And you know, I've been doing these videos for just over a year now. I've been tinkering with GMRS radios for, oh God, about 3.5, maybe 4 years now. And I've never found a use for the flashlight until recently, and I'll tell you about that later. But let's see if I can. Let's see, what did I do? So there's the flashlight. I mean, it's not crazy bright, but something is better than nothing. These two side buttons are programmable. I'll show you over in the Chirp side of it what options you have. Belt clip is very heavy duty, but it is hard to open. Let's see. I'm pinching with everything I have, and maybe it'll loosen up over time. I have been carrying this radio for about the last week and a half or so, and it's very nice. I don't know. I mean, not all of you know me, know how big my hands are. They're not small, but I don't have huge hands. But it's like the perfect size. Let's run over here to Chirp just so you can see some of the options. There we go. And once again, I'm sorry for moving y'all around. On the programmable buttons, and I'm trying to do this through my through my camera lens. So the programmable buttons can be none, monitor, lamp, warn, Vox delay. You can do a key lock. You can do transmit power, so high or low. It only has high or low, and then scan. So currently I have mine set on scan and the lamp. I wish it had maybe a double press. Well, let me go back to this. These are your channel up and down. So a short press up or down is for your channel. A long press is for the programmable options. And so I wish it had something else where I could lock it, and then maybe also I would also like the transmit power. So you're a little bit limited, but I think if you're wanting something very basic, this is probably the way to go. The way I went around the power is we only use about 7 channels. Well, excuse me, we use about 5, but I have some extras plugged in here on the low power side. So you'll have to plug those in. This does not have high, medium, low, just high, low on the power side. And I'll show you this again when it's when we're testing the power. But if you're on the high power side, the Retevis logo and the top LED indicator turn red. If you are on low power, they turn yellow. All right, so that's how you differentiate between transmitting on high or low. When you receive, the Retevis logo and the LED indicator turn green. And this front face does shut off after about 5 seconds. So very easy to use. So the cool part about this, and once again, we're going to do a power test. I did it before I went on this trip. This thing is advertised at 10 watts, and it's putting out 11. You'll see it on the meter here in just a second. A lot of people have already commented on Facebook. Well, 11 watts. That's too much to be holding near your face. And I agree. I mean, that's not something you'd want to do all the time. You could have a speaker mic hooked to it and hold it up. You can hold it further from your face. That would keep you from getting fried up top as well. So a bunch of different options. I'm looking through everything through my camera, and I forgot to look down here. One of the things I wanted to mention comes with the charger. It's a USB charger, right? But this does not unplug. So if you're going to take it on a trip like I did, it's not USB-C. There's nothing, no charging on the battery itself. It has to be done in the cradle. So you're going to have to take this with you. Okay. You know what I wanted to do? Let's see. Here we go. One-handed again. I needed to check how many milliamps the battery was. For some reason, off the top of my head, I want to say 2200. Okay, I'm setting you down. I'll edit this out maybe. All right, I got the battery off. So you're looking at this 2600 milliamps. I knew I was going to be close. I've used this radio for about 3 days, just mild to moderate usage. Put it on the charger, and it took it maybe 35 minutes to charge all the way back to full. So heavy usage, I haven't done it, but 2600 milliamps isn't bad. This battery and charger are not the same as a lot of other Retevis, so don't make the mistake of trying to shove this battery into another Retevis charger, because it will not work. All right, let's take a look at the power that this thing is putting out so you can believe me that it's 11 watts, and I'll be right back. All right, so before we go out and field test this thing, do a little range test, let's check out the power. So I'm going to put it on a low power channel first. You can see the little L come on. You will also notice, maybe not with this light, but there's this lights up yellow when you're transmitting on low power, red when you're on high power, and then green when you're receiving. So as always, we're looking at the middle set of numbers. So this is low power. Let's see where it gets us. So you're right at a watt, maybe a watt and a half. Almost a watt and a half. So there's low. Let's switch it to a high power frequency. I got the load in over here, so we're good. So once again, advertised at 10 watts. This is high power. This only has low and high, no medium. You are at 11 watts. Would you look at that? And for those of you who say I should plug this directly up to this, might even be 11 and a half because of that little cable. But let's do it one more time just so you know. Middle set of numbers, all the way to 11. Absolutely amazing. Let me see if, you know what, let me turn the lights out so you can see the color. Let me turn these out too. There. Okay. So on, what are we on? Forgot what I was on. Let's do a low. Okay, here's the low. So it was yellow and then green. Green when it receives. Let's go back down to a high, and that's red when it transmits. So you get the little light up top, sorry about the focus, and then Retevis lights up as well. So yellow low power, red high power, green receive. All right, let's go field test this, see how it sounds at about 13 or so miles away. See you there. All right, we're gonna do a distance test on this RT-86. I've got Bill standing by, so let's call him up. We're out at the Hondo Airport at Texas Aircraft again, about 13 miles away. So let's call him up. WRJC 281 to WRTH 378.
WRJC 281 to WRTH 378. You are coming through clear.
Excellent. You as well, man. This is probably one of the best signals I've got from you on some of these tests. Very, very clear and sounding good. You see in the clouds to our north, there's some pop-up showers coming. You excited about that?
Absolutely. I hope we get enough to make it worthwhile.
All right, buddy. Appreciate the radio check, WRJC 281. I'll be monitoring.
Now you're sitting right next to me. So WRTH 378, the opposite side, monitoring.
So as you can see, it is very clear, even with this different looking antenna. We know it's kicking 11 watts, so very happy with this little radio. All right, let's get back to the shack and wrap it up. Well, while y'all were away doing power test and range test, I went ahead and made a cup of coffee. I knew something was missing in the first part of the video. So I got to tell you, very impressed with this radio. You could hear, if you go back or if you've watched all my other videos, typically we're not as receiving as well as we do over there. But this antenna has proven itself to me over the course of the last week or so, just tinkering with this radio. So very impressed. You can get these for around 50 bucks on Amazon. get a pair for $90, $95. Very simple, very basic, very easy. The one thing I didn't mention, a lot of Retevis radios, or a few Retevis radios, have they call it a scrambler feature. This one does not. So if you're wanting to use the scrambler feature, this doesn't have it. But for the price, it seems very durable. I'm actually going to carry this one for a little bit longer just to tinker with it. My go-to radio now is the RT-29, which is just a hair bigger than this. 16 channels, but you have a selector knob up top. But this is very comparable to it. So if you want something simple that'll hit the GMRS frequencies for somebody who doesn't want all the thrills, doesn't want all the buttons, then go order them one of these. Easy to program. So going back to the flashlight story, let's see, can I turn it on? Once again, this is all one-handed. This is so weird. Let's see if you can see. I mean, it's not that bright, it's not that dim, but so with the React team, we got sent on our first deployment to an emergency to assist in incident command with some scribe work. We were helping the safety officer just note things, log things, track resources. And nightfall came, and I had my big flashlight, my everyday carry flashlight that's 8 gazillion lumens. But having a radio like that with just not a very bright flashlight, just something if you needed it just real fast. So I'm hell-bent on always having a radio that's going to have a flashlight. I never thought I'd use it, but that night I could have used it many times. I mean, I did. I whipped out the big flashlight, but you turn that thing on and everybody's like, God, turn that thing off. It's so bright. So having just a simple flashlight is not a bad idea. I'm going to flash some pictures up here. So I haven't done a video in a while, and you know, I always have excuses, but you know, work is still crazy. React is still new. A lot of training. I just recently became CERT certified, so I went through the 2.5-day CERT, which is Community Emergency Response Team training with the city of New Braunfels. For any of you local guys, shout out to New Braunfels for allowing myself and one of my other team members, Bill, to go and join them in the CERT class and absorb a ton of valuable information. So I've been real busy with that and just getting React together and off the ground, and we have started a partnership. It's and I may have mentioned this on the last video. It wasn't official at the time, but the local React team, Medina County, Texas React, and the local Aries team, the ham radio team, have partnered together with Medina County to form Operation Medina Overwatch. So we work directly with the authorities from Medina County and train our team members on what to spot, what to report, when to report. You know, Medina County, for those of you who aren't near here, it's a county that's butted up right next to Bexar County, which is where San Antonio is, and Medina is growing quickly. So you know, this is an optimal time to be in this type of partnership with a county that knows it's on the cusp of just busting at the seams with people moving in. So we're very happy for that, and all of the members of React have been staying really busy with getting ready for upcoming events, planned events, the 2 solar eclipses that are right around the corner. So just a lot of stuff. So what I'm saying is I'm going to do another video by the end of the weekend to show you how the shack has been updated. I'm going to flash some pictures up here now because it's very different than what you've seen in the past. That's hot. So get ready for that to be uploaded. I'll probably do it, like I said, before Sunday. And that's really it. Go find Mark's company, Radio Tac, and contact him to order any of Retevis or BTEC products. If you go to any of the local gun shows here in the San Antonio area, find Mark. I think the last time I went out there, of course, he has a bunch of radios, a bunch of accessories, but had some night vision stuff, thermal stuff, all sorts of really neat things that he sells at these gun shows. I know there's a big one coming up in Kerrville within the next month or so. So look it up, and he always hits the local shows. Go join us on our Facebook group page, Medina County, Texas GMRS, all one word. We are almost up to 200 members, so super excited. I think when we hit 200 members, I'm going to give some things away just on Facebook, so just to those guys. We'll do a big giveaway when we hit 10,000 here. We're at 1320, 1330, somewhere in there. And it's my fault. I'll admit it. I got so busy with work and with React and stuff going on at home. I couldn't make as many videos as I did there in the beginning. But I'm going to get back on it and enjoy all the comments that all of y'all leave. I appreciate every one of them, all the support from each of you. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you go find a Retevis RT-86. They are really good radios. Don't hold it right up to your head when you're talking at 11 watts. That was for you, Curtis. So I appreciate y'all. Have a great day. Nice seeing you. Leave some comments. Join us on Facebook, and we'll see you later.